Hey guys, I'm here with a video on just basically how to take care of relaxed hair, but also how to, I don't want to call this a video on how to grow relaxed hair because growing hair has little to do with us. Your hair naturally grows. God allows it to grow, and the only thing that we really do is we do things to retain the length. And also, I mean, there's little things that you can do like drinking water and stuff like that to help the health of your hair and the health of your body and the growth of your hair, but we really don't grow our own hair, if that makes any sense. Like products are not going to grow your hair. I don't know if that makes, well, anyway, so this is not a video on how to grow your hair. This is a video on how to take care of your hair, how to have healthy hair, how to maintain your hair, and how to retain length. So first up on the list is, this is specifically for people who get relaxers. If you relax your hair, stretch your relaxers. Now, I know most people say that it is safe to get your hair relaxed every 6 to 8 weeks, and then a lot of other people say that you can relax your hair every month. And personally, I find that if you stretch your relaxer longer, you maintain the health of your hair. So like for me, for example, I relax my hair every 12 to 16 weeks. So somewhere in between 3 and 4 months is when I relax my hair. And I noticed that when I do that, my hair is a lot healthier than if I follow the 6 to 8 week rule. And the reason, and this is, I mean, let's just think about this. When your hair, if you relax your hair every 6 weeks, how much hair do you actually have in growth in 6 weeks? Probably about a half an inch. Do you know how incredibly hard it is to relax a half an inch of hair and not overlap it onto previously relaxed hair? Incredibly hard. And I think that's why it's better if you wait longer. So if you do, let's see, if you do 8 weeks, that's 2 months, you'll have about an inch. And this is only if your hair grows at a half an inch a month. You know, some people have way less than a half an inch a month. So if your hair is growing at the average rate of a half an inch, then personally, I don't think you should get a relaxer until at least 10 weeks. So that's 2.5 months you would have to wait to get your hair relaxed. And I think it would just be better for your hair if you did it that way. If you can go longer than that, it's better. If you can go 3 months, that's great. That's excellent, because that means you would have 4 relaxers a year, which is not bad. So yeah, and then on that note, we don't want to overlap our relaxers, so just don't relax hair that's already been relaxed. And the biggest tip I can give you is to learn how to relax hair properly. And if that means well, there's people who relax hair on YouTube. If you want to find a video on that, okay. Or when you get your hair done from a professional, watch how they apply the relaxer. And, you know, kind of ask them questions about it if you're planning on relaxing your own hair. So, yeah, so stretch relaxers. If I'm looking down, it's just because I have a list of things. My next tip would be to trim and dust your hair as needed. Trimming your hair, it helps the health of your hair. Like, what's the sense of having long hair but having shabby little broken off ends, and it doesn't look good when you style it? It's uneven, it's brittle, it's broken. What's the sense? You might as well just trim them off. It'll improve the look of your hair, and it will improve the health of your hair. So get trims when it's needed. Some people get their hair trimmed every month. Some people get their hair trimmed every 3 months, once a year, whatever. I wouldn't recommend once a year for me personally, whenever I get a relaxer, I get a trim. So if I'm relaxing 4 times a year, I'm probably gonna trim my hair 4 times a year. But I also dust as needed. So if I'm like looking at my hair and I happen to see a split end, or I happen to see my ends don't look as good as they could look, I just take the scissors and I just look at it. I'll just look at the end and I'll just trim it off. It's like, don't hold on to these ends that don't look good, and you just don't want to keep them. Just get rid of them and start over. It's just hair. That's it will grow. And if you have the optimal conditions for your hair, if you do the things you're supposed to do, your hair, you'll be able to retain that length that you desire. When you flat iron on freshly washed hair, not co-washed hair, freshly washed hair, clean hair, not 6-day-old clean hair, like freshly clean hair. So because after you wash your hands, stuff like that, chances are eventually throughout the week you'll probably put products on them and stuff like that, and you don't want to flat iron your hair over products and stuff like that. You burn that stuff in your hair and you just make your hair dry and brittle. So just do it though when you wash your hair, then you flat iron, and don't continue to, like, if you flat iron once, and don't keep retouching up with the flat iron. And that brings me to the next tip, which is when you style your hair for at least a week, or style it for 2 weeks, so that you're not constantly manipulating your hair and doing different things to your hair. So if you're going to wear it straight, plan to wear it straight for that whole week or 2 weeks. If you plan to wear twists, plan to keep it twisted for that whole week or 2 weeks, however long. Just try to keep your hands out of your hair as much as possible. But again, do what works for your lifestyle. So some people don't flat iron their hair at all. That doesn't work for my lifestyle. So I like to flat iron my hair, but I don't flat iron my hair I don't flat iron my hair every week. So if I'll flat iron my hair 2 times in a month, okay. But I wash my hair every week, but I don't flat iron it every week. So go without a flat iron. That's another tip. Go without the flat iron as much as you can. Doesn't mean that you can never do it. Just, is whenever if you're not doing anything special that week, and your hair doesn't have to be straight and stuff like that, do something else. Put it up, wear buns. There's a lot of styles that you can do, and I will do tutorials on those soon. Let's see. Use as little products as possible. Don't use so many products on your hair. Like, your hair doesn't need all those products. Like on wash day, this is what I do. I put coconut oil, I put my favorite conditioner, I put olive oil in a bowl, I mix it up, I put that on I spray my hair with water, I put the conditioner on it, I let it sit on my hair while I sit under the dryer, or I walk around my house for a few hours, and then I wash that out. Then I use my shampoo and my conditioner. So we're up to so far I conditioned my hair to start, then I washed it, then I conditioned it again. Okay, when I'm done with that, the only other thing that I'm going to add to my hair is, if I'm going to blow dry it or flat iron, I'm going to use some heat protectant and some leave-in conditioner. So that's it. Like, I'm not using 19 products at one time. I try to keep it as simple as possible, because I find that it's just better for your hair not to just overload your hair with all these different products that might not work together, and it could be a mess. So also, don't stick to a regimen just because someone else is doing it and it worked for them. Use the products that work for your hair as needed. So some people, they have a strict regimen of, they moisturize and seal their hair every single night, and they do a certain thing every single night. That may not work for your hair. Your hair might be able to retain oil in its hair for 3 days, and you don't need to moisturize and seal every single day. And when you moisturize and seal every day, you might make your hair like really greasy and oily and weighed down. So if that's your case, do it as needed. And that's pretty much it. Let me see what else I have. When you detangle your hair, make sure that you use a large comb to detangle, and protective style when needed. So if you like to, if you find that your hair, you go through a period where you find that your hair is maybe it's damaged, or maybe it's just really dry, or you just find that you're in a place where your hair is not growing that much, I would recommend protective styling. That way that you will not have to touch it. For me, the protective style that I like to use is I like to do crochet braids. When I do crochet braids, I don't have to touch my hair for 2 months, and every single time I do crochet braids and I take my hair out after 2 months, my hair has grown significantly. So, and I think that has to do with just not touching it and manipulating it at all. So I would recommend to protective style when needed. Now, protecting styling, that's your choice of, you know, what styles you like. Again, everybody's lifestyle is different, but I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you have any questions, just leave a question below and I will be sure to answer it. Bye. Oh, did I show you guys my hair, the length? Okay, remember I used to do the short hair videos, so now this is where my hair is. And then I'll show you. And my hair is relaxed. Alrighty, toodles.